Only you can change the circumstances in your life. But as long as we keep blaming other things and other people, we never take responsibility for our actions, and then we give away the power to those things and those people who we're blaming. Once we take full responsibility and full ownership, then we give ourselves the power to make that change and make that difference in our own lives. But we have to start first by taking full responsibility. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I took responsibility for my own life and how I changed my life for the better and how you can too. See you inside.
You're listening to the Go Be Great podcast with Travis Wolfe Sr., inspiring you to strive for greatness in everything, everywhere, every time.
Go be great! Great day. Welcome to the Go Be Great podcast. I am Travis Wolfe Sr. and you are great. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I just really want to take a quick moment to talk about the importance of taking full responsibility. You know, one of the things that I just preach to many people, and you know, I really preach it to myself more than anything, because it's so easy for us when something happens, our immediate reaction for many people is to deflect responsibility, because we don't want to be the blame for something going wrong in our lives or in somebody else's life because of something that we did, right? So we don't want the responsibility to be on us, so we automatically try to blame it on something or somebody else, or make an excuse for why it didn't get done right or why it didn't get done at all. You know, we're constantly looking for other things and other people to blame. But the truth is, we give away the power once we blame something else or blame somebody else. I'll give you an example. I had a very challenging life. I was placed in foster care when I was 8 years old by my own family members, and in the system I was abused physically, mentally. I was starved, I was beaten, I was abused sexually when I was 11 years old. And I used to blame my parents for not being in my life for the reason that I had to go through that experience. And then the decisions that I made later on in life, I got myself in some really bad situations, and I blame my parents for not being there in my life when I was a kid, or else I wouldn't be in this situation. That's a bad situation. That's not going how I wanted to go, and now my life is taking a terrible turn. But by blaming my parents, I gave them the power to fix my situations. I gave them the power to fix my life and fix my problems, but my parents can't do anything for my life. They don't have control in my life, right? They can't make the change. Nothing that they can do for me can make me a better person, right? I have to become a better person for myself. But once I finally looked in that proverbial mirror and I saw myself and I was like, you know what, self, as handsome as you are, devilishly handsome, I was really kind of narcissistic when I was young. But I was like, man, as handsome as you are, you're a problem. And until you change, your life is going to stay the exact same that it is. And you're never going to be happy until you make the change. Your life will change when you change. And in that moment, when I decided to take control, take full ownership and full responsibility of my own life and stop blaming things and people for my circumstance and my situation, my life literally changed for the better. And the trajectory was upward from there on out. You know, I was able to finally do all the things that I wanted to do in my life because now I had control. You know, when things went wrong, it's me. It's on me. I can't blame my wife. I can't blame my kids. I can't blame my job. I can only blame myself. And it's not about blame, to be honest with you. I shouldn't be using the word blame. It's really about just taking responsibility. The onus is on me. Like, the responsibility is on me. It's nobody else. You know, if I'm unhappy about my circumstance, you know, I can't say, well, you know, to my wife, you know, babe, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, and now the situation's bad for me. No, because there was something that I could have done to make sure that it got done right, or make sure that it was taken care of the way I wanted to be taken care of. I can't blame, you know, somebody else. I have to take responsibility myself. And once I take responsibility, then I have the power. I have the power. If you give up your power by putting the responsibility on somebody else, you might find yourself disappointed frequently, because people are people, and people might not do things how you want it done, because people do things how they want to do things or how they know how to do things. But if you want things done a certain way, then you take the responsibility to ensure that it gets done that way so that you can get the result that you want, right? When I was homeless and I wanted to get myself out of that situation, I couldn't blame my aunt for kicking me out. because I was a mess to handle. I was disrespectful. I wasn't following the rules. I was going out and staying out as long as I wanted. I wasn't coming home, and she would ask me to be home. I made life really hard for her. Then I couldn't blame my friend's mom for kicking me out when she took me in, because I was disrespectful to her and rude and didn't follow her directions in her home. I couldn't blame my uncle for putting me out, because I did the same thing there. I was in 6 different homes, and 6 different people kicked me out because I refused to follow the rules. So I couldn't blame anybody but myself. I couldn't put the responsibility on anybody else but myself. And when I did, I was able to change my life. So talk to your kids about it. Teach your children the importance of taking responsibility and ownership. Because if you don't now, throughout their life, when they get into certain situations, they're going to blame other things and other people for why they haven't achieved something, or why they haven't accomplished the goal, or why they didn't come through when they were supposed to come through, or why they didn't show up to their job on time, or whatever it is, or whatever, or why they didn't meet a deadline. If they don't learn to take responsibility now, then they'll constantly give away the power to make things right. All right, so that's what I want to talk about today, guys. I'm really grateful you spent time with me today. I trust that this has served you in a great way, and has really helped you to understand the importance of taking responsibility and full ownership in your life so that you can have the power. Guys, take responsibility, go get some, and of course, as always, I can't let you go without telling you to go be great. Roll that outro, C.